Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, patrons, fans, and all members of the True Heel Nation. This is your good brother, J News, with another edition of J News Japan. We're talking about Night 4, respectively, of the World Tag League and the Best of Super Juniors 27 tournament. Let's get to it. Night 4 World Tag League action took place on Sunday, November 22nd, 2020. Live from the Saku City General Gymnasium in Nagano, Japan. Attendance 838. Match number 1, tag team match. New Japan Dads, Hanma and Kojima went up against Young Lion Yota Tsuji and the one and only Blue Justice, the OG of New Japan Pro, Yuji Nagata. This match went 8 minutes and 53 seconds. Not much to say here in this match at all. The only thing positive I would have to say is good offense from Yota Tsuji when he was in there, both against Hanma and Kojima. Outside of that, everybody else played their parts. As per the usual, Kojima and Hanma won this match. Kojima hit the lariats on Yota Tsuji to get the pin. The second match of the night, World Tag League action. We have our boys, Los Ingobernables de Japón, Sanada, Shingo Takagi, up against the bottom feeders of the Bullet Club, Chase Owens and the Rogue General, Bad Luck Fale. 9 minutes 45 seconds. I actually thought that this match would go probably a little longer, but it didn't. I'm trying to pick highlights out of the match. And from recall and not having to go through pictures, the most poignant thing that comes out to me for this specific match was we saw a lot more of Bad Luck Fale actually being involved in the match, which was a plus. Understanding Fale's age at this point, his mobility and things of that nature, he was much more involved in this match than in the previous 3 nights of the World Tag League action, which was like I said, which was a plus. It actually made him and Chase Owens look more like a team instead of Chase Owens being the one having to carry the match. Sonata put Chase Owens in the Paradise Lock at one point, and Bad Luck Fale was actually the one who got Chase Owens out of the Paradise Lock by giving him a swift kick in the butt and then going to attack Sonata and Shingo Takagi at the same time to try to take the advantage. All in all, nothing really positive to say about this match here, or negative, because it wasn't necessarily like the worst match ever. But right now it seems that Chase Owens and Bad Luck Fale are just there to eat pins and take losses. Sonata and Shingo Takagi take the win. 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points for the team of Los Ingobernables de Japón. 0 wins, 4 losses, 0 points for the team representing the Bullet Club here. Third match of the night, we had Toa Henare and Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto. I didn't necessarily know what to expect out of this match. The only thing that I could say, and you can see it if you do venture towards njpw1972.com, you can take a look at photos of the matches under the results tab, and you can tell that by majority Toa Henare is the one in these photos. You barely see anything from Tanahashi in these photos at all. It just seems like Tanahashi it gets taken out early for with the knee issue thing being that the knees have always been an issue, and everything in between. In this case, when Tana's knees were attacked by Goto and Yoshihashi, Toa Henare, instead of being the default guy, it just seemed like he purposely took it on himself to try to carry the match for the majority of the match, although that's what he was going to do anyways. And he almost won it out as well, to be quite honest. But Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi, those members of the Chaos faction, were able to hit the GYW on Toa Hanare after that 12 minutes and 39 seconds to get the win. So Hanare and Tanahashi, 0 wins, 4 losses, 0 points. Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto, 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points. Fourth match of the night. Other members of the Chaos faction, Toru Yano and Tomohiro Ishii versus Yujiro Takahashi and Evil of the Bullet Club. This was the most entertaining match of the night, and I didn't figure it to be. Toru Yano made this a match that I was able to laugh through, enjoy, and at the same time be able to appreciate what it was that he was doing in this match, in comparison to his partner Tomohiro Ishii. Yet again, Tomohiro Ishii being the Ishii of old throughout this match. But there was plenty of interference by Dick Togo in this match. Yano tried his best to take Dick Togo out of the situation, but to no avail. There was the usual turnbuckle pad spot that Yano does. He did it twice. He untied 2 of the corner pads, and those unprotected corners were actually used. Were used against Yano for the majority of the match, and then at one point they were used against Evil and Takahashi, but to no avail. In this case, the Bullet Club team of Evil and Takahashi win. 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points for the Bullet Club members, 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points for the Chaos members after an 11-minute and 16-second match when Evil hit Everything is Evil on Toru Yano for the win. Fifth match of the night, semi-main event, David Finlay and Juice Robinson, Finn Juice, versus Jeff Cobb and Great-O-Khan. So I watched this particular show for the World Tag League with Japanese commentary, because at the time when I went to log into the website, that was the only thing that was available was Japanese commentary, and I actually sometimes prefer to listen to the Japanese commentary because of the emotion and the emotion in the voices of the Japanese commentators, and how they just are so smooth, but yet at the same time know how to create suspense within a match as well. The reason as to why I bring that up or make that point is because I didn't necessarily feel that in this match. To be quite honest, when I was watching this match, it reminded me of English commentary with currently for the Best of Super Junior and World Tag League tournaments, respectively. We have Kevin Kelly and Gino Gambino being on English commentary, and they've been really trying to play up the team of Jeff Cobb and Great-O-Khan on commentary and put them over, as they say in the business. And a lot of the time nowadays, more because I feel like one, I guess because I'm getting older, I understand the business more, and things of that nature. And now, like, my brain works in such a way where it's like I can listen to the commentators trying to put the guys over, but when I'm watching the match and it just doesn't match what the commentators are trying to express, it just doesn't work for me. I guess when I was younger, when commentators were trying to put talent over, it worked because the commentators are basically the best marketing guys in the business, and they were able to put guys over. And regardless of the fact of what it was that you were watching, be it crap or not, what you heard auditorily is really what resonated in your brain. But not so much nowadays. And I'm speaking for myself in this instance. And I mentioned all that stuff because this wasn't the best match that I saw in the tag league. Yet again, Jeff Cobb and Great-O-Khan, they look decent together. They don't look great. They don't look fluid. David Finlay and Juice Robinson doing their usual stuff. Very lighthearted guys, very up-tempo guys, very high-energy guys, very talented guys in the ring as well. 15 minutes, 15 seconds, to say the least. I think the most standout moment of the match was the finish. as David Finlay was caught mid-air by Jeff Cobb in the suplex position, and then Jeff Cobb was able to swiftly turn David Finlay's suplex position, in which he caught him into the basic slam position, which then set up a tour of the islands. You would have to watch it on video for you to see as to what I mean. It was just awesome to see yet again the power game. That power game that Jeff Cobb brings to the ring is awesome, and it is a thing of beauty when done correctly. Blessed be the power game. As always, thank you, Samoa Joe, for that. And, so Jeff Cobb got the win here for his team. 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points for the boys from Empire. 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points for FinJuice. Main event of the night, we had the wildest match, the wildest tag team match I have probably ever witnessed in New Japan Pro Wrestling from an environment standpoint, right? There was no outright violence, or this wasn't hardcore. The way that the gym was set up, there was a basic stage where the talent would come through the curtain and stuff like that. And this match started on the stage. The middle of the match was on the stage. Towards the end of the match was on the stage. Always one of the teams trying to land some sort of a maneuver, slam, power bomb, whatever have you, on the stage. That never occurred. Guys got stretched out on that stage. As a matter of fact, it was G.O.D. who was getting stretched out by Tai Chi and Zack Sabre Jr. On this match. But the main event, Dangerous Tekkers, Zack Sabre Jr., Tai Chi versus G.O.D., Gorillas of Destiny, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, 18 minutes and 51 seconds. It was, like I said, it was a wild one. To start the match, Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga attacked Tai Chi mid lip sync. Zack Sabre Jr. was still backstage, and he had to run down to help out Tai Chi to start the match. He wasn't even out on the freaking entranceway. He was still backstage while Tai Chi was getting his ass handed to him mid lip sync for his entrance. But yeah, it was a wild one. It was highly entertaining. It was still the best match of the night, being that it was the main event. But you have the current IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions in the Dangerous Tekkers versus a tag team that has basically run roughshod over New Japan in the last 7 to 8 years, right? To say the least, because they started the Bullet Club back in 2013, 2012. You see it. You still see G.O.D. running high on the hog here. At the end of the match, I really didn't expect this finish, but it was what it was. Watto got involved throughout the match with this kendo stick here and there. He was thwarted a couple of times, but at the end of the match, Watto was thwarted or stopped, should I say, by Tai Chi, and Tai Chi took out its mic stick and was able to block the kendo stick. But from there, Tai Chi was able to get rid of Watto. ZSJ was able to grab the kendo stick, and then he went to town on he basically went to town on Tama Tonga for a little bit, up until the minute that Tama Tonga was able to get the iron claw finger thing that Tai Chi always brings to the ring in his pouch that was given to him by Manabu Nakanishi, who retired last year. Tama Tonga basically stole that out of Tai Chi's little pouch, and he used it on Zack Sabre Jr., and he caught him one. They called it here. The finish was the Iron Finger from Hell, and he was able to knock out Zack Sabre Jr. with that. Red Shoes Uno was nowhere to be found. I believe he was being diverted by Tonga Loa, or he was down, as a matter of fact. At this point, he took a ref bump, should I say, because this is a Bullet Club infused match. So yeah, Red Shoes Uno took a ref bump here. after the Iron Finger from Hell, Tama Tonga, then went to go drag Red Shoes Uno towards the middle of the ring as to where Zack Sabre Jr. Was laying after the attack, and he got the pin over ZSJ. So G.O.D. Men on a mission to win the World Tag League. The only thing they haven't done as a tag team at New Japan Pro Wrestling. And they are doing it in their fashion. They're right now, it looks like they can't be stopped. So, World Tag League leaderboard as it stands, we have Takagi and Sonata, G.O.D, Evil and Yujiro, and Okan and Cobb all tied at 6 points. Then we have Finjuice, Goto Yoshi, Ishii and Yano, the Dangerous Tekkers all tied at 4 points. And then Fale and Chase and Tanahashi and Hanare at 0 points. World Tag League come up for the preview that'll be happening for night 5. Tag match will have Hanma and Kojima versus Yota Tsuji and Yuji Nagata. Then we'll have Finjuice versus Fale and Owens. Then we'll have Hanare and Hiroshi Tanahashi versus the Bullet Club members of Evil and Yujiro Takahashi. We'll then have Yano and Ishii versus G.O.D. And then we'll have the Dangerous Tekkers versus Cobb and Okan. And then the main event will be Chaos members Yoshihashi and Hiroshi Goto versus Los Ingobernables de Japón, Sanada and Shingo Takagi. That'll be Night 5's main event for the World Tag League. On to the Best of Super Juniors Tournament. Night 4 went down like this. Messe Gunma. Live from Gunma, Japan. 820 people sitting in attendance. Tag match. New Japan Dads. Kojima. Hanma. Versus Gabriel Kidd and Yuji Nagata. Gabriel Kidd basically singled out Kojima during this match, wanting to take his offense to Kojima, which he was able to for a good portion of the match. Even got some licks in on Hanma. But we know what happened here, folks. At the end of it all, Satoshi Kojima was able to get the Lariato on Gabriel Kidd and win this match in 8 minutes and 1 second. First match of the night. Alright, so I know last time when I spoke about this in the preview for night 4, I said that this was going to be a banger. And that I thought my main man, my boy, Yu Uemura was going to give the fire to Taiji Ishimori no matter if he won or lost the match, right? I was mistaken. Alright, so not to say that the story of the match did not benefit Uemura. Taiji Ishimori, by all intents and purposes, 10 minutes and 36 seconds of this match, completely dominated the match, right? But when Uemura was able to get his comeback in this match within the last, I would say, 2 to 3 minutes of this match, Uemura, and thank God for the veteran that is Taiji Ishimori, Uemura's offense and Ishimori's reaction, physical and facial, made the story of the match, because it made Uemura look like towards the end of the match, it made Uemura look like he had way more left in the tank to give Ishimori. And once Ishimori beat Uemura, he picked up his IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship belt and basically rubbed it in his face, and Uemura went to touch it, and Ishimori pulled it back and he said, "Not yet, kid." But he gave him his props because he didn't take Ishimori to the limit, but he surprised the hell out of Ishimori, and that was the story of the match. The surprise that Uemura was able to get any offense out against Ishimori at all, and the offense that he did get nearly got him the win against Ishimori, because he took out a cross arm breaker against Ishimori, and Ishimori was using his submission style more against Uemura than anything else, to basically mess him up. I mean, at the end of the day, Ishimori banged up Uemura's left shoulder, not legitimately, like really injured him, but that was the play, and that was the story being told in the match. He really took away that left shoulder of Uemura throughout the match with just blows and different submissions and different attacks on it and stuff like that. But Uemura was able to persevere towards the end of the match, and show that fighting spirit, and he was able to get off some sort of offense even with a bum left shoulder, and was able to put on cross arm breakers on Taiji Ishimori a couple of times, which he was able to get out of. Did his fall away. He did his fall away drop kick in the corner to Taiji Ishimori that he does offensively now, which is one of his set piece moves, and things of that nature. He did a release German on Ishimori, which surprised the hell out of me. Now the thing is that in real life, if you were to look at this situation, Uemura is the bigger athlete, taller, he weighs more, and everything in between. Uemura, if it came down to it, if he was a veteran wrestler, I feel like he would have had the upper hand and the match at hand. But since he is the young lion and he is treated like a mark and he is treated like a jobber, he is going to lose these matches versus the veteran wrestlers. So Taiji Ishimori strapped on the bone lock to end this match. 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points for Taiji Ishimori. 0 wins, 4 losses, 0 points for Uemura. Uemura was not made to look like a pathetic young lion. He came back, he showed that fire, he showed that spirit, and that's the story that I'm looking for. And New Japan is doing justice by this kid, and hopefully by the end of this tournament, he's out of those black trunks and out of those black boots, and he'll be on his merry way somewhere, somewhere on a good road on the main roster. Third match of the night, Robbie Eagles versus Bushy. I'll be honest, I did not expect Bushy to win this match. 11 minutes, 23 seconds. Good back and forth by Robbie Eagles and Bushy in this match. Robbie Eagles started the match up in a different way. So Robbie Eagles went to the corner to do his usual play to the fans and stuff like that. And Bushy was a little bit too close to Robbie Eagles. Usually guys give themselves distance when they do their entrances. And Bushy was a little bit too close for comfort. And Robbie Eagles just drop kicked him. Because he saw him out of the corner of his eye. He drop kicked Bushy right to start the match, and the bell rings, and Bushy goes to the outside, and the match starts from there. Good offense by Bushy, good offense by Robbie Eagles on both ends. It was a really, really good match to see. I thought it could have gone a little longer, to be honest, but it was the middle of the show. So the third match of the night. Like I said, I didn't expect Bushy to win this match, but he did win this match. He hit the MX on Robbie Eagles to get the win. 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points for Bushy. 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points for Robbie Eagles. In a very well done match. Fourth match of the night, best match of the night, wildest match of the night, because it's Hiromu Takahashi versus Doki. These guys supposedly have legit beef dating back to their days in Mexico. Supposedly Doki was tweeting Hiromu Takahashi over the last couple of days over their match, and Kevin Kelly said it, where he stated that Doki is jealous of Hiromu Takahashi's success and how he's the one who's on top of who's always on the billboards and he's so well marketed and stuff like that. And basically that the only reason Hiromu Takahashi is even considered a good wrestler is because Takahashi stole all of Doki's moves by watching him and learning from him during their time in Mexico. Doki's a sleeper. We might shit on him here on True Heel Heat. But the stuff that they did in the first 4 minutes of the match, I thought they were both gonna die. Like it just felt like they were looking to hurt themselves. just to prove a point with the dives that they were taking. It wasn't even like pile drivers, like sick moves. Nah, just the dives, the tope suicidas, the tope con hilos, the top rope senton shit that they both missed. Oh my god, man, I thought these guys were just gonna hurt themselves out there. It was ridiculous and it was absurd. But great action from Takahashi, great action from Doki. 16 minutes and 33 seconds worth of high octane pro wrestling. Japan's finest, as I would like to say here. Doki really showed out, even in a loss. So watch out, Master Watto on night 5. Yeah, Doki takes the loss, 0 wins, 4 losses, 0 points for Doki. 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points for Hiromu Takahashi. 5th match of the night, another solid match here. Ryusuke Taguchi versus Sho of the Chaos Faction. 17 minutes, 5 seconds. I felt like the match went on too long, to be honest. There wasn't much comedy from Taguchi. Taguchi was really wrestling this match in a very serious manner up until the last 2 to 3 minutes, where the comedy bit did kick in. It also kicked in during the beginning of the match because Taguchi was playing a little dizzy and stuff like that. But those were just like really scant moments. They were really short-lived. But out of the 17 minutes and 5 seconds, I think I would say a good 14 to 15 minutes was solid pro wrestling between Sho and Taguchi. Taguchi still showing that he's able to participate and able to make his opponents look really, really good in the ring. Sho being one of the younger stars on the New Japan roster, and Taguchi transitioning away from being a full-time competitor in the ring. But yeah, solid match. It was good to go. 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points for Taguchi in the loss. Sho gets the win here, 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points, as Sho finally was able to hit the shock arrow on Taguchi after a mighty back and forth between the two of trying to make each other submit, to be quite honest. And that didn't pan out, so Sho had to pull out the finisher to get it done. Last match of the night. This was a surprise match of the night. Master Watto versus El Desperado. I got emotionally involved in this match. And the reason as to why I say that is because I don't remember Watto as a young lion, right? But I've seen Master Watto since his repackaging, how they presented him to us, where his beefs and his opposition began against the members of Suzuki-gun, especially El Desperado and Doki. This match was a solid, very good match between El Desperado and Master Watto. The back and forth in the match was really good. Desperado taking the majority of the control of the match. I would say it was probably a 75, 25, 80, 20 split on El Desperado's side. But when Master Watto did hit his offensive maneuvers, they looked good, they looked clean, they looked crisp. There were no botches. It seemed like he came into this match, as the commentators were saying, with no fear, lots of confidence, and taking his coaching cues from Tenzan from the outside. First time I noticed Tenzan being so vocal with Watto. Tenzan being Watto's corner man for the majority of the last couple of months since he's been in New Japan. And Watto finally coming out with the win here again against El Desperado in surprising fashion. He held on to the jackknife pinning bridge predicament on El Desperado to get the 3. He actually held on for at least a good 5 count, to be honest. So Watto was getting the win here no matter what, but in surprising fashion, because Despy did have him beat for the last couple of minutes, but Watto was able to pull away with the win with a much planted veteran maneuver. So it seems that whatever advice he's been getting from Tenzan, and like I said, the coaching he was getting from the sidelines or from the apron on the ring, he was able to adhere to. 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points for Master Watto, 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points for El Desperado after a 14-minute and 33-second long match. Night 5 preview coming up for the Best of Super Juniors to give you the rundown on the leaderboard. 6 points on the head for Master Watto, Sho, Hiromu Takahashi, and Taiji Ishimori all tied at 6. Then we have Ryusuke Taguchi, Robbie Eagles, Bushy, and El Desperado tied at 4 points. And then to round out the bottom of the barrel, we have my homeboy, the young lion, Yuya Uemura, and Doki of Suzuki-gun. So going into night 5, we've got the lineup for you. Tag team action. New Japan Dads, Satoshi Kojima, Tomoaki Hanma versus Yuji Nagata and Gabriel Kidd. We then have the first official tournament match of the night. First match, Yuya Uemura, Hiromu Takahashi. I understand this is supposed to be a breeze for Takahashi, but my hope is that Hiromu brings out the lion in Yuya Uemura, and we see something special out of their match, regardless if Yuya loses this match or not. That is my hope out of this match. Then we have a grudge match between Master Watto and Doki. Doki's going to want some of that redemption from his loss and avenge that loss that he took from Hiromu Takahashi in night 4. And he's going to want to take it out on Master Watto. So this is going to be an interesting match there. Bushy running into Ryusuke Taguchi. We'll see how that goes. Taiji Ishimori versus Robbie Eagles. This should be a good one. This one should be a banger. And then the main event will be El Desperado of Suzuki-gun versus High Voltage Sho, 1/2 of Roppongi 3K, member of the Chaos faction. So that's the night 5 preview, folks. And that's the rundown for World Tag League and Best of Super Juniors Tournament 27, night 4 respectively. I will be getting into night 5, which started today, as a matter of fact. So I got no days off, at least until Thanksgiving, to bring you more news. And obviously over the weekend, whatever happens there, along with a road to detonation, aka New Japan Strong, on Friday night, and whatever else happens for the respective night 6 action for World Tag League and Best of Super Juniors 27 tournament play. As always, folks, thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all listening or watching on YouTube. This has been your good brother Jay News. Always remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. Be good to one another. Stay safe out there. And take care, folks. It's late on my side of the bridge, so it's about that time I go to sleep. Be good, y'all. I'll check y'all on the flip. Stay wrestling fans. I'm about this. Peace.